What's good, gente? Thank you guys once again, like always, for tuning in. As you guys can see on the thumbnail and on the title, right? Badass Snoop. What will be his defense? I know, man, there's a lot of people that are wondering, man, is this dude gonna get all day? And some may even say, man, this dude already has all day, right? But yeah, we're gonna talk about that, especially since there's been a lot of people asking me to react to a certain video. So I will be adding that to this video. So before we get started on all that, man, I would highly appreciate if we hit that like, that subscribe, that follow, that notification bell. That notification bell is really important, man. Some may ask, why is that? Because that notification bell will make sure you always stay tuned in with any video or if we go live, because the lives don't stay up for long. As you guys could tell, man, your boy's still getting reported. So yeah, but let's get started with this video, and thank you guys, man. Let's make sure that I actually thank you guys for all the support, because I really do get a lot of support, man, and I got a lot of solid ones that be following the E.B.K and Conejos profiles. So with that being said, man, let's get started. So badass Snoop, man. So there's a video of badass Snoop right now on YouTube. Shout outs to Hector, right? He's over here bringing up some stuff that I guess a lot of us content creators kind of slept on, and I do apologize, right? Because your boy Conejo didn't know about some of those details. But now let me be real. Do I honestly think that Hector just spotted that from the gay, homie? No. Sorry, Hector. You know, you are doing your thing, homie. Shout outs to you, carnal. You know, I do watch your content and I am subscribed, right? But I honestly don't think that that was the way that it went down, especially because I also seen those black and whites, you know, when it comes to Snoop. I seen a lot of paperwork, and I believe I had posted it a long time ago on the my community post, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of the real ones will kind of remember, and I know there was a few of you guys that were actually like zooming in and doing your thing, so most of you might recall even seeing those names, right? But I kind of feel that Snoop, he's gonna use that as a defense, homie. You know, for his case. Like, look, man, CDC knew that old boy was either in his enemy concerns or somewhat not able to program right on that certain yard with old boy, since it was all documented that Champ was put on a hit list, right? And I guarantee you that's what he's actually pushing right now in his defense. That, you know what, you guys knew. And let me tell you how this whole thing works, man. How did that actually happen? How did old boy Snoop get placed on a yard where they knew that he was technically an enemy? Well, this is something that happens a lot on these SNY yards, right? When you figure out that you have someone that at 812 you put you on their enemy concerns, right? You can get a hold, bro. Or there's certain ways, man. Snoop has secretaries out here in the calles, right? That I can actually reach out and send certain messages to old boy. And I guarantee you, man, he probably had old boy signed off a long time ago. Like, bro, just take me off your thing so that I'm able to program and go to certain yards. And a lot of people, man, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, let's be real. Certain people would let go of certain grudges, and some fools will fall for it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that's a certain way that you're able gonna go to a certain yard or to a certain prison, right? Because not just because they take you out doesn't mean that you're always gonna land in that facility, but you may land on the same prison. You know, you may land on the same prison, just maybe not in the same yard, homie. You know what I'm saying? So Snoop, he ended up MacGyvering that one way or another. I mean, he's not a stupid person, even though he is a J cat. I'm not gonna take that from him, right? He is a cat, but he's not stupid. So I guarantee you he was able to maneuver that one. And this is something that he is now trying to use in his defense, homie. And I'm not trying to hate on badass Snoop, bro. I hope he gets out, homie. You know, he was actually supposed to be out a long time ago, but he always finds a way to get himself in some type of wreck, right? If it's not that he gets himself into some bullshit, he's making sure that others get into it, you know? He's always been that type, G. And I don't care what people say, bro. There's actually compas right now doing time just because of this fool phone calls and just being careless on how he conducts himself. You know, those are facts, homie. So we'll leave that at that. But it seems that Snoop is trying to have a comeback on the YouTube Yarda, bro. I don't know if Flacco ain't fucking with them, or it's just that Flacco has a lot of heat right now himself too. So I don't know what it is. So it looks like Snoop is gonna go the other route, and he's gonna end up popping up on Hector's, bro. You know, I believe that Hector, he was throwing little codes in his video, bro, giving people the heads up that if it was someone that you guys wanted to hear or see, he would actually get him on the platform. So you will be expecting him to be up there. And like I said earlier, man, I honestly do believe that Hector got those black and whites by either one of the secretaries for Snoop, you know. I actually have those black and whites, bro. I might even post it on my community post, and you'll actually see what I'm talking about. And it is documented right there, bro. It is on document that they ain't supposed to be programming. And you gotta remember, man, a lot of the shit that Snoop does gets like, well, of course, recorded, gets put on file, and he has black and whites of all that shit. I remember when I received all those black and whites on Oh Boy, man. It was just pages. Cause you guys know how Snoop is, man. He loves to fucking put himself in a pedestal and just talk a sick one. But I'll tell you this, man. If he does go on that platform, if it's on a live, I will be definitely in the comments, and I'll actually see what he has to say, man. If he still feels that your boy Conejo's a smug or what, man. You know, I just want to see how he feels about me. And if I do miss it, por favor, man, drop comments in there, man. Be like, is your boy Conejo fucking a certified smug? And if he does say that's whole certified, homie, that's just bullshit, right? Because your boy is no longer supporting that, carnal. Those are just facts. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I always have love for my compas, you know, the real ones and the ones that will always fuck with your boy, right? But your boy does not support that. So with all that being said, gente, make sure to drop comments. Let's see what old Snoop has to say, right? Just for shits and giggles, because he is a character. But hey, man, shout outs to Hector. Hector's doing his thing, and he's actually exposing a lot of things, man. I don't honestly don't think that he made the video just to get views off Snoop. Nah, I don't think so, man. I think that Hector has another agenda, especially when it comes to the whole CDC. I mean, I've been peeping game. I am a subscriber to his thing, so I do recommend people to go over there, show some love. You know what I mean, and let them know E.B.K saying you, carnal. But at the same time, you guys always just gotta keep your eyes trucha, especially with all these content creators, just to really see the actual agenda of what they got going on. But I did see some people tell me like, "Hey, do you think that old boy's doing it for views?" Nah, homie, he's just trying to stamp certain things at the same time, especially when it comes to the CDC. Because let's be real, man, they are doing some grimy stuff by integrating people, putting certain people on certain yards that they shouldn't be in, homie. They know damn well that they don't program together, and a lot of killings, homie, have happened in this last year, or the beginning of this year. Man, it's just still been cracking. So yeah, man, it's just been a bad situation, and I think old boy's trying to bring light to that. What do you guys think, man? Do you guys honestly think that Snoop will benefit, you know, or he'll actually use that as his defense, you know, like, hey, they knew I wasn't supposed to be there. And I remind you, man, Snoop's, whatever people say, yeah, he could be with the business, homie. He can have hands, whatever, right? He's a crybaby, homie. Anyone that's done the whole Mac rap and all that shit, all those fools are crybabies, homie. No disrespect. If someone's been a Mac rap in the past and they're in the comments, hey, homie, the zapato fit, you know what I'm talking about, bro. They cry about everything. And I could just picture Snoop doing time, brother, over there complaining to the guards every single time they pass by if he can get something his way. So he works the system, homie. So he was able to go to that yard. But we'll see if it actually works in his way or not this time. Make sure to drop a comment and let me know what you guys think. With all that being said, man, I'm gonna cut this video right here. Make sure to drop comments to let me know what you guys think. Make sure to hit that notification bell, because you guys ain't gonna want to miss out on these lives. I'm telling you, they're gonna get cracking. I have my laptop back, and we're gonna be doing some reactions, bro. on the live, man. So make sure to stay tuned in. And you guys already been knowing, man. Make sure to subscribe to Conejo's profiles and E.B.K family. With all that being said, it's your boy Conejo. We out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woohoo! What fuck squirt gun?